channel. Hey, hey, good morning, grand rising. Hey, hey, welcome back. The elemental beings back with a live show. Elemental beings. Hey, good morning. Hey, feeling good in the morning. Full of positivity. Hey, hey, we just clearing out the energy. Hey, we clearing out the energy. Clearing out the energy. It's happy Saturday. Hey, it's happy Saturday. Good morning, tribe. Hey, it's happy Saturday. Hey, good morning. Hey, grand rising. It's happy Saturday. Hey, hey, we full of positivity. Nothing can stop me. Hey, divinity chose me. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hey, hey, we feeling good in the morning. Grand rising. Hey, hey, hey. This for everybody that gotta go to work. This for everybody still laying in the bed. This is for everyone. Hey, hey. And this is for the soul tribe. Hey, now this is for the soul tribe. Hey, soul tribe, yo, we come alive. Hey, and this is for the soul tribe. Hey, soul tribe, yeah, we done the ride. Hey, we be down by the riverside. Hey, we get advice from the Most High. Hey, hey, dry your eyes, you don't have to cry. Hey, hey, we be down by the riverside. Hey, chit chatting with the water guides. Hey, and this is for the soul tribe. Good morning. Hey, grand rising. Hey, hey, and this is for our soul tribe. Hey, good morning. We full of positivity. Hey, and when it rains, we don't run now. Life is getting better. Hey, you ever been through a storm, right? You ever been through a storm and you tried to run, right? But now it's like, now, we've learned that Hey. And now we live in mask off. Hey. We pull the mask off. Hey. And now we live in mask off. Hey. And now we live in mask off. Hey. Full of positivity. Show energy. Energy. Everybody loves your energy. It's your energy. Energy. Everybody loves your energy. It's your energy. Energy. Everybody loves your energy. It's your energy. Energy. That's why you got those enemies. It's your energy. Ooh. I get it. Hey. Yeah. I said it's all about your energy. Hey. This is a friend on enemy. Hey. It's liver apparently. Hey. Hey. It's all about your energy. Hey. Hey. It's all about your energy. Hey. This is a friend on enemy. It don't matter. Divine take care of me. Hey. Hey. It's a whole lot of blessings. Hey. Hey. And a whole lot of lessons. Hey. Hey. But a whole lot of blessings. Hey. Hey. Whole lot of lessons. Hey. I'm feeling good in the morning. Hey. When we wake up in the morning. Hey. Joy comes in the morning. Hey. Hey. We feeling good in the morning. And dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward. Yeah. And dear Lord, when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling good and my life is moving forward. Yeah. And so we thank you. Hey, we trust you. Hey, we show you gratitude. Yeah. Yahweh, no one above you. We love you. Yeah, and everything you do. Hey, we give you praise in the morning. Praise in the morning. Joy comes in the morning. When we wake up in the morning, we feeling good in the morning. Hey. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. Hey. 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 What's up, Soul Tribe? Good morning. Hey. That's right. It's a beautiful day. Good morning. Thank you for being here, Hazel. We appreciate you. Hey. Hey. Good morning. What's up, Tribe? Hey. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh. Hey. Feels so good to be here this morning. I'm so glad you guys are here to join us. Hey. Good morning. Where you guys from this morning? Where you guys at? Hey. Hey, who we got in the building? Hey. 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 Of course, we got this message for you guys, right? Hey. It's a whole lot of blessings up in here. Hey. It's a whole lot of blessings up in here. Hey, it's a whole lot of blessings up in here. Hey, it's a whole lot of blessings up in here. Hey, hey, we done learned them lessons. Hey, hey, we done learned them lessons. Hey, 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 yeah. It's a whole lot of blessings up in here. Hey, hey, yeah. I was messed up. The devil had me messed up. Now God got me blessed up. Hey, I got fed up. The devil had me messed up. Now God got me blessed up. Hey, my ancestors had to step up. Hey, I was messed up. Now God got me blessed up. My ancestors had to step up. Hey, now God got me blessed up. Hey, 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 hey. My intuition was given by a source. I know a lot of people watching, of course. I'm sitting back, manifesting my reality. Supernatural powers, nothing can get past me. A high priest sitting on the throne. She taught the spirit she could never walk alone. I'm heavily protected, walk with the unknown. I be twisting up my dress, doing business on my phone. Hey, my ancestors are beautifully ratchet. Spell work and cooking up, they gonna catch it. Hey, hey. My intuition was given by a source. We know a lot of people watching, of course. Hey, you gotta heal to release the pain. The death called me, the reaper came. You gotta heal to release the pain. Hey, hey, you gotta heal to release the pain. What's up, DMV? We got DMV here. Let's see. Jesus Christ, we love Jesus Christ. We got Jesus Christ in the building. Y'all sure? Okay. That's right. Right? We love that too. Where you from? Hey. Hey. That's right. You remember that song? It's like, hey. Higher, higher. Higher, 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 higher. Higher, higher. Lift Jesus higher. Hey. Lower, lower. Lower, 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 lower. Stomp the devil lower. Hey, super, 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 supernatural power. Hey, that's what I grew up on. You can't tell me nothing about Jesus. Hey, 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 higher, higher. Higher, 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 higher. Lift Jesus higher. Lower, lower, guys are doing well in positive energy and attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright, okay? Of course, we're coming through with another message for you guys. Make sure you guys take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to run it up, right? Don't forget to leave some hearts over here, okay? For you guys watching us on the top. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you are watching us on the YouTube, okay? Make sure you hit the thumb up and your bell notifications so you are notified every time that we go live if you love this video so you can get more, okay? Thank you guys for your energy, right? All praise to the Most High God and ashe to the ancestors, right? I feel so great on this Saturday morning.
Yes, indeed. Feeling very musical and very good in my limbs. Feels good. So, hey, networks.
Hey, y'all.
How y'all feeling this morning? Good morning, grand rising, all of those things. So we're going to do a little work here this morning. That's what we suited and booted.
Okay, we came armed and loaded.
We got a few decks, we got a few downloads.
We're going to be here for a little while, y'all. So
yeah,
if you got something to do, you know, tap in and out. You
might as well drop where you from in the box. Come on in out the dock. Step into the room. Make yourself known. Make your presence felt. Be respectable. Please, we ask of you to be respectable. We deal with powerful people in our networks. So you wouldn't want to put yourself in a situation where you're making things harder for yourself, being disrespectful. So be respectful, please. We ask you courteous and interactive, you know. All right, y'all. So we got some downloads.
Hey, Amari. What's up, girly? Grand Rising.
Yin Yang energy.
You know, when I can see a name, I try to read it, but you know, Auntie can't see that good from here, so I can only pick up some of them.
We definitely trying to keep a purpose. Yin and Yang, we appreciate that. Negative and positive.
Okay.
Masculine and feminine.
Hey,
that's what you get over here on this channel. The best of both worlds, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Okay.
What you got over there?
So I got some downloads.
Okay. That's cool. I'm glad you have downloads. I had something it was like very brief. It ain't nothing like crazy. Go ahead. Oh, Hermes. Trismegistus. Help me say it. Trismegistus.
Trismegistus.
There we go. I can never say it. Y'all know I can't get that out. But anyway, look. Things above are copies of things below, and things below copies of things above. The way up and the way down are the same.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's a big statement.
That was big, right? I just gave you some big science right there. You know, as above, so below kind of energy. You know, I feel like God is really wanting us to know that, you know, the things that we've been praying about, the things that we truly can envision. Why do you think you get visions about where you want to be in life, right? You're able to see yourself. You ever had a vision so strong, right, where you're like, you know, I can see myself sitting here. I can see myself helping this person. I can see myself in this establishment, right? You're able to see these things because God is giving you a glimpse of things that you are possible, you know, that are possible, things that you are able to achieve. You know, God is not a God of confusion, right? God is going to show you things to encourage you to do the right things because it takes work, right? So in order to get where you want to go, it does require work. However, if you can see yourself somewhere, you know, you're willing to work to get there. So that's why God gives us vision. So, you know, as above, so below. The things you've been praying about, the things you've been working towards, you know, they will manifest. You know, they are manifesting for a lot of us. You know, a lot of us, we've been praying for things for years, you know, for things to change. We've been praying for just different things. We've been praying for years, and I feel like even when we started some of these prayers, we weren't even ready for the things that we were asking for. Well, now we've been getting prepared. Remember, I was saying, God has been preparing us to receive the things that we desire. God has been preparing us for the experiences that we will encounter, right? The people that we will meet. So just be ready, because there is a lot to come for us, because of all of the work we're willing to do. A lot of us have been putting in a lot of work. I'm talking about letting go of bad habits. I'm talking about, getting out of relationships that are not healthy. I'm talking about going inside and doing shadow work on our own darkness, because one thing I learned about good people is, and I learned this very easily through myself as well. As nice as a person can be, they can be just as nasty. Like when they're not, when a person is a very nice person, they have a very nasty, right? And so I feel like, we've been doing a good job just even working on that shadow aspect of ourselves, trying to not be so nasty, right? Trying to clean up our own ways and things like that. So I feel like, things are really moving in a positive direction for all of us. And, be encouraged now. Things ain't gonna always be easy every day. There are gonna be challenges. There are gonna be some bills that come that some people might not be able to pay. There are gonna be some, obstacles that get in the way. There are gonna be some blockages. I'm hearing some of your children have been acting a little crazy lately. But you have to remember, look at the world we're in. We live in a world where, the demonic is pretty much promoted in everything. You go to a school dance with your child and you're going to hear every song with every curse word, because they don't block them out anymore, because the kids just fill it in anyway. So, we're battling demonic things every day. So just stay encouraged. Remember that, you've been working diligently to get where you are. Like, it took very hard work to be where you are today, and I think about this as well. We're like one decision away from being the old us, or we're one decision away from being the best version of us, right? So continuously work diligently towards who you want to be, where where you see yourself. And also remember, everybody can't see your vision. Okay? God did not give everybody the lens, the eye to see your vision. Some things are between you and the Most High. And when you go tell people your vision, they're not going to understand it, because it's something between you and God. So some things need to be kept to self until you really take action, right? So.
Okay. So she started off with the Hermetic principles. That's good. The way up and the way down are the same, right? So just to magnify that principle, she did in her speech, and I want to reiterate. She said, like, the person that's so nice has a mean streak in them. Mm-hmm. That's that principle. That's the application of that Hermetic principle. The way up and the way down are the same. That's why most people, when we go up, we get prideful and then we fall. Mm-hmm. Because the way up is the same way as the way down. It's the same kind of energy, right?
Fall from grace, right?
So, and to expound upon another Hermetic principle, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
The master appears.
The master will appear, yeah. Right? And that goes for us all, because some of us, we get caught and we get stuck in certain places, and we don't realize that the information we have at this moment, it could be enough. We could be wanting too much, right? Just know that when you're ready, the teacher will appear to you, your spirit guide, mm-hmm. a deeper intuition, mm-hmm. A transitional way of thinking. It will come upon you. It's not something that you can ask for when you're not ready for it, right? Mm-hmm. It's like living until you reach the age of wisdom. Think about it. As you begin to age, right? Think of how different your mind is when you're 20. Mm-hmm. When you're 30 and you look back when you was 20, your mind is completely different.
Absolutely.
But remember, at 20, you wanted so many things that you thought would carry you into being 30. Mm-hmm. But when you look back at 30, when you look back from 30 at 20, you're like, man, I couldn't have handled that. There's no way I could have been ready for what I was asking for.
Okay.
All right, so download potential energy attachments. So it's just some positive and some negative things to look for, right? Because I feel like we all are meeting new people. I hear every message, Spirit calling people out of hermit mode. Spirit calling people out of the darkness into the marvelous light, right? So what that's going to come, a lot of relationships and a lot of energy attachments. So one potential energy attachment, red flag, when you're meeting people. So we got positives and negatives. One positive, if a person has innate barriers that are unmovable, that could be a very good energy attachment. Meaning, like, you ever meet somebody and the negativity that you have, they don't allow it to become them.
Okay.
No matter what happens, right? You ever met that kind of person where they just gonna be them? They're gonna be them to the point where they'll rub you the wrong way. But in all actuality, they stand on what's right. So they don't allow your negativity to become them. That's a potential energy attachment that you want to cherish. You want to invest in that kind of energy attachment. Yeah, it may not feel like the thing you want, but it's going to be what's best for you. Because you need a person that has immovable barriers. That means that they in communion with their spirit team, God, Holy Spirit.
That's right.
Whatever, they have their own relationship. So because they have that, the negative things about you,
they hold you accountable, huh?
It won't be able to influence them. So that's a good energy attachment. Now, negative is a comparable and competitive person that has many undercurrents. That's a potential negative energy attachment. Meaning, if you with somebody and you meet somebody or you with somebody, however it goes, right? If everything they do is in comparison, like it's, well, you not like this one, or you not like that one, or it's a competition about everything, and it's undercurrents of different things that your intuition recognizes that you overlook. When you see those things, those are potential negative energy attachments that you may want to think before you invest. Like, you know how you ever been with somebody and it feels like they want you to be like maybe the last person they had or something like that. Or you ever been with a person that's competitive in the sense to where as though it's like just very competitive, never really encouraging this competition. And a person, like I said, that's full of many things that your intuition warns you about, right? So pay attention to that. That can be a potential negative energy attachment. Meaning it could be something that could grow in the wrong way if you connect to it, right? Positive energy attachment. A positive. A person that's able to push little buttons that encourage unwanted growth in you. Now, those type of energy attachments, you want to look for them, right? Again, it don't feel good. But if a person is pushing you in a way and it's pushing you towards being the best version of yourself, you want to keep that person around. You don't want to run away from that. Like, I feel like you could be meeting somebody like that. And they could be like, or you could already met somebody like that. You could be with somebody like that right now. They push you to areas of unwanted growth. Like, it's like, I don't want to grow, but the person is pushing like, yeah, well, you gotta grow, right? And maybe it's because they're growing and they don't want to outgrow you. So they push you to a place of unwanted growth. Welcome that energy attachment. Don't run from it because that's wholesome. For real. Like, that's what we need in our lives, honestly. See, it's time out for a bunch of yes men. Y'all, we had so many. I know I'm tired. I would never want another yes man in my life. I was able to destroy myself right in front of people that continue to tell me yes. Yeah, go ahead, keep putting. So nobody wants that. What we want wholesome relationships. We want people that's going to encourage us into areas where we don't want to grow at.
Right.
And they be getting on your nerves. Get on my nerves. That's all right. It's for the betterment of you. It's for the strength in you, right? We go through it with one another. And that's just transparency. A lot better at it than we was at the beginning. At the beginning, it was hard. It's hard to be with somebody trying to push you in the right direction. Somebody that recognize your errors, right? And not to point them out to you, but to reiterate them so that you're not forgetting about what was really wrong with you. Those kind of people are good.
That's real. You know, authentic relationships, right? That's what we're building and that's what we're attracting. So be ready. You know, are you really ready for these friendships and, you know, partnerships and romantic relationships that you have been calling in? They're very deep connections. Like, you know, these are those connections where you can't hide anything. You know, these are those connections where, you know, it's telepathy. We can feel each other's emotions and feelings. You know, you're dealing with people who are tapped in, you know, so it's a different level of relationships that we are forming. So be ready.
That's right. Like that's real. I appreciate you chiming in. Because again, we talking about potential energy attachments, right? And these are people that we're going to be coming into contact with as a collective. Because, you know, God is moving us away from a lot of people.
Not to be alone though, right? Not to be confused with us being alone, because it's not that. And I think that's very important, you know, not to confuse it with having to be alone, because yes, God is moving us away from a lot of people, a lot of situations and a lot of things, but it's not to be alone. It's to be loved properly. It's to be enjoyed by the right people. It's to be seen by people that want to see you. It's to be heard by people that enjoy listening to you, you know, those kind of things, you know. So someone needs to know you are deserving of this kind of energy, you know. We're so used to, you know, the incorrect love, you know, improper love. We're so used to, you know, bad and toxic relationships that, you know, we reject things. And so be ready for these things that you have been calling in. You know, I'm hearing be in the energy of receiving and accepting. Okay.
No doubt. Potential energy attachments. One negative. Did we just do a negative? No, we did a positive.
You did a positive.
One negative. Beneath the surface lies the desires of the heart. Now, these type of energy attachments, again, this is when you're around somebody and you feel the energy is off, right? And, you know, your intuition is telling you, well, this person has a desire of the heart, right? Think areas like that are tricky because you never want to make an assumption. You know, assumptions are not good. But when you tap in with your spirit team, they let you know. You know, that's why a lot of readers will tell you, follow your intuition, right? They not saying, when they say that, they speaking to people oftentimes who moving in their north node, so their intuition is strong enough to rely on. But if you filling yourself up with a lot of things that's polluting your intuition, you know, then it's kind of like play at your own risk with your intuition. But I think that God shows us, he warns us. So when you're around a person and you begin to become attached to them energetically, pay attention to the desires of their heart, right? Pay attention to what they really like. It'll show up in many different ways, like what they really like to eat, what they really like to do, who and what they really are. These are the type of things that are going to be detrimental moving forward in your relationship, because you have to be able to sit with the desires of one's heart. Like if you attach to somebody energetically and they have hidden desires that don't mesh well with you, you're going to fight, because they're not going to be able to repress a desire of the heart long. Those type of things come rushing out, right? So, yeah, that was a negative. Back to a positive. We'll offset the negative with a positive. The ability to give honesty that causes you to surrender to honesty. Now, that is a powerful quality in a person. And once again, when you find yourself attached to somebody who has that ability, cherish that connection. The ability this is a person that has honesty. Some people's honesty is so innocent and powerful that if you connected to God in any type of way, you begin to feel wrong when you lie to him. Those type of people cherish them. They show you the way without even knowing that they're showing you the way. You know, you ever had a person in your life like that where, you know, maybe you was prone to telling a lie too. A lot of us, we get like that. Then lo and behold, you meet a person and they so honest you don't even want to lie to them, you just want to get away from them. Because you're like, I don't even want to lie to this person, right? Well, those kind of person, when God bless you with those kind of persons in your life, cherish them and surrender to honesty. Like, understand that this person is moving in a power that's very subtle and is very healing. Like, you know, if a person, you get into it with a person and they come to you and they tell you, they offer you pure honesty, right? If you reciprocate that honesty, it's going to lead to healing. It don't matter what it is. It's going to lead to a healing place because that's a gift, again. And some people, they have it. Some people don't. You know what I'm talking about. Some people, you can lie to them. You don't think twice about it. And then others, the minute you tell them a lie, you feel guilty in your spirit. Like, why did I do that, right? Those kind of people, they have a positive energy, right? So when you connect it to them, surrender. Learn how to surrender. Like, that's not a person you want to get over on or nothing like that because that's karma, right?
That's crazy. You know, I think that's so good that you said that. And I was looking at my note that's laying right here. It says, evil wants to convince you to be the same way. The biggest trick of the enemy is to make you believe he doesn't exist. You know, and, you know, you were speaking about a person that pushes you to be honest and just be your authentic self, you know. Those are people that are high vibrational people sent from divinity, right? And I think that's very good that you put that in there as a as a pro. You know, we need more people like that around us. And you'll notice when you are that person that, you know, people do tend to push away from you. So if you are that person, kudos to you for being that person, you know, because being that person, you have to be a person that is able to take loss, you know, because you lose a lot, you know, of people being that person, you know. So kudos to you for being that person that's strong and, you know, that is helping people live in their truth, because whether you know it or not, you are. That's what you're doing, you know, when you are that person.
Right. No doubt. The ability to give honesty that causes you to surrender to honesty. Those kind of people, when you get them, grab hold to them, right? Now negative, back to negative. Short-tempered monotones. Now this is a decision that you have to make when you begin to connect with somebody energetically, right? Pay attention to their temper, their temperament. Because people, when you first meet, you know, you got like different stages. You got the admiration stage, the honeymoon phase stage. You got all of these stages, right? These are rather illusional. But after you get past the initial illusional phases, right? Study a person's temper. Because a short-tempered person, when you try to, those kind of energetic attachments, they pull you into places that you don't want to be in. Because like short-tempered people, they be sporadic. Like they very sporadic. They make moves that's not always well thought out, you know. So when a person is short-tempered, they become snappy and flippity and whippity, right? So you have to make a decision whether you can deal with that, because a person's short-tempered lash, it can knock you off course, especially if you're a steady thinker. Like if you're a person that think things out, you can't be with a person who's short-tempered, because they're going to interrupt your thought process a lot, because they have a short temper span. Yeah, so you'll be like, boom, 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 then they come in now, you juggling around, right? So you gotta, somebody said impulsive. Yeah, definitely. That kind of energy, right? You have to decide whether you can deal with somebody who is like that. Because I'm not saying it's impossible, right? But it's a lot of potential and that energy attachment. And it doesn't mean that it's good, right? It's just potential. This is potential energy attachment. So it's potential to it's a potential for it to go left, right? Okay. Now, a positive. Um, hmm, it's crazy because I had two double negatives. So I'm gonna give you a positive. A person that has very powerful ancestral protection with them. That's a great potential energy attachment. The reason why is because it will keep you safe, right? Like, I know we like to think we protected, but sometimes some people they got bigger protection than you have. So when you blessed and fortunate enough to be connected to somebody and they got big ancestral power, like people that's from them bloodlines where the grandmothers laid down protection spell work and and heavy predictions and prophecies on the children. And so you got these type of things. Some people, they walk and they have very high ranking in the ethers, right? So they're ethereal beings that move with them. They be real big and powerful. Those kind of people, when you connect to them, again, cherish those connections. Those kind of connections, when you link up with them kind of people, you make a safe space for yourself. It becomes a defense and a protection against even the world that you know, right? Because let's be real, when you meet people that have big ancestral power with them and you have that as well, when y'all connect, it becomes a defense on both sides for the people that was, the people that was against them in their life, the people that was against you, the spirits, or whatever how it may be. Let's just say opposing forces. You have two energies at work, and it's good. It's very strong. So pay attention to that. And just to play devil's advocate, pay attention to somebody who don't have no ancestral protection as well. Because then you be in all type of dilemmas with them, right? If you know that somebody done something out here and you can see that they lost their protection and they vulnerable, and it's different signs when a person is not protected. That's why it's important to check people with my chart sheet. I don't know why Spurs said that, but check people with my chart.
I was like, my chart sheet. My chart.
They had my chart where all the test results to their last doctor's visit is at. Check them. Because a lot of people out here, they got fancy things, but they unprotected.
Come on now.
And that's a way that you can lose your protection too. Right? So, yeah, stay protected. And when you find people that vibrate high and they have high vibrational ancestors with them, cherish them, right? And know it creates a safe space for you.
Okay.
The last one, right? This is it. Last download for potential energy attachments. And this one right here is a strengthy. I'll say a strengthy, right? Low vibrational equalities, familiar lust demons, substances, reflections of self, and manipulation of energies. So basically, pay attention to the demons that affect the person that you energetically attach to, because you got your own demons, right? And if y'all demons can't find a way to get along, it's not gonna work. You gotta be able to temper and balance everything out. Like I said, low vibrational equalities, areas where like if you like to live life in a bottle, right? And they like to live life in a bottle, right? Then you gotta decide, can y'all help one another, or y'all both gonna live life in a bottle now?
Come on.
Because it's strength there both ways. Like, don't get me wrong, and I'm just saying, but two people that have familiar low vibrational equalities, I would say, you gotta be careful. You know, that's why it's kind of best to not get with a person that have all the same afflictions as you have. But sometimes you just find yourself in that boat. So like when you do, just know it's potential in those energy attachments, the low vibrational equalities that we share. All right, that was it.
Good energy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's get into a message. Good downloads, good energy. Okay. That's right. I received it too. Very good energy. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my little thing right. All right, y'all. So let's get some energy out. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, what is the message? What's the most important message that we need to know? What does the collective need to hear? I don't know. I feel like there's something that you've been waiting for, something you've been really trying to manifest, something you've been hoping for, praying for, a thing that you just want to know. When is this going to happen? Like, give me some kind of time frame here. February 16th could be significant. This could be your birthday, or I don't know. You know, something about February 16th here. What is that? Aquarius, that would be a, hold on, let me get my thoughts right, y'all. I can't think. No, Pisces. Right? Yeah. I believe a Pisces. Or it might be an Aquarius. I can't think right now. One of those two. You know, put it in the chat. I can't think. Okay? But yeah, that energy. Yeah, Aquarius. There we go. I'm like one of y'all. Okay? Wind, air. Something about Aquarius season. You know, we are in the age of Aquarius, you know, where things are being revealed right now. So I don't know, number 16 could be significant here. You could have a 16-year-old child. You could have gone through a 16-year cycle. Someone could have also, you could have graduated from high school 16 years ago or something like that. I don't know, let's see. All right, we got Desert of Isolation coming out for you. Okay, so it says, traverse the desolate spaces of solitude to uncover reflections and resilient survival. So yeah, Spirit is saying survival. I don't know, there could be someone and you could feel like you could be feeling like you've been in survival mode for so long. You know, truly not being able to thrive in life, but literally just having to survive. Like, you know, and I've been there before. Oh my gosh. Have I been there? I've been there where it just feels like every day I'm just getting up to just make it to something. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm just here. I'm just surviving. I guess, you know, I'm just here to do something. I don't know. That's how I felt at one point, right? But I don't know. Something about, you know, you being in the energy of thriving now. You know, something about you being renewed, your energy being restored here. And it says, open your heart to love. So I don't know. I feel like, you know, survival. Okay, I get it. So I don't know, maybe you survived through like a lot of relationships that weren't stable, something about that. There could be someone, and you know, love could be like a little tricky area for you because, you know, things have happened in life and Spirit is just really wanting you to be open to receive. And remember, I was saying that it's very important to be in the energy of receiving right now because the blessings are being handed out. Like, you know, open your heart to love. There's someone and you desire new love, and that's what's coming in for you. It's like you've been calling in for new love, new relationships. I told you, you guys better be ready for this stuff that you've been calling in because a lot of you guys don't realize that you are master manifestors. When I say master manifestors, you guys speak things and they come to life, you know, like literally. So open your heart to love. I don't know, you could have been in a place of isolation for a very long time, and now I'm seeing someone and you're stepping out, okay? You're stepping out and, you know, I don't know, you're being seen. I told you you're being seen by the people that need to see you. God really made you come out. I'm hearing someone had to step outside of the box. And now it's very important for you to be open to love, however it comes in. Because I don't know, I'm seeing something that comes in that's not, it's like something that's not normal. It's not usual. It's not like, you know, what do you call it, ordinary or whatever, what is normal, because I don't know what normal really is.
I'm not
But
a regular person.
yeah, I just feel like something unorthodox. There we go, right? I don't know. There could be something that comes in and it's not traditional. It's something that's different. But I feel like be open to love, because you're going to be surprised. Like, I see someone so happy. Like, I see a lot of happy people. I see a lot of loving relationships. And I also see, like, community kind of energy. I see, like, couples coming together and doing, things together. Like, I just see a lot of love, a lot of,
Jesus out here.
okay, right? People embracing humanity. Okay, I do see a lion here. Shout out to the Leos. You could be a Leo I'm talking to. Okay.
Yeah, they got brother Jesus out here.
Jesus is out here. Open
Yes,
your
he
heart
is.
to love.
He's out here. God in there.
Okay.
Okay, God in there. I love this reading right here. This is a 3-card spread, right? You got the 10 of Wands in reverse to acknowledge. So clearly, and I'm going to give you this reading just like this. I'm going to walk the cards now. This 10 of Wands to the acknowledges you, right? You had come to a point where you had to acknowledge a few things. And one of them was what was burdening you, what was attacking you, what was holding you down, what was weighing you down. You had to acknowledge it first, right? Acknowledgement. See, it was never about your ability to move it anyway. You never really had the power to move it. And I think you begin to acknowledge that. And what you did was Ace of Pentacles, right? Ace of Pentacles, you know what is being clarified by? Walk away. That was your best move. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on both networks. Right. Yeah, with the wands out here, definitely fire sign energy. So it feels like a fire sign. And it says 10 of Wands in reverse to the acknowledge. Ace of Pentacles. Walk away. Bam. So that was your power move. You walked away from something. One of the biggest strategies ever. That's, you know what, in the spirit realm, that's so powerful, because people always looking at, I want to defend myself. What magic spell can I do? Walk away and pray. That's the strongest thing. Somebody came to the acknowledgement of that right there. That fact, that very fact that you had to walk away. Because truth be told, we can pray to God to beat something all we want. But if we standing there and we ain't walking away from it, we ain't gonna get nowhere fast, right? But you, Ace of Pentacles to the walk away. And you know what that brought you when you walked away? Sound mind. Stable finances.
It reminds me of this TikTok, right? And it's like these heels, and the lady like, she walking away like, she walking away. I can hear her heels stomping. She walking away, and I can hear the heels stomping behind her. Like, someone walked away from something.
And I'm feeling like this could be a woman, but I'm also feeling strong, masculine energy. Like it's a bear out here. Like,
I feel masculine too.
Like
I got a bear.
Yeah, you got a bear.
This could be your nickname.
Out here. Somebody could be named Bear.
Yeah, your nickname could be Bear.
You could have strength, a semblance to a bear. Bear could definitely be somebody's spirit, God, kind of type energy, like the bear, right? And somebody you moving with some type of powerful energy, because they put this 10 of Wands in reverse.
Okay.
I would say the bear.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Right.
All the way up.
This Ace of Pentacles, like I said, this is a sound mind, stable finances, health, sound reasoning. Something could have had your mind confused. Like, somebody could have had you in the wrong way. And I noticed the big, because last but not leastly, we got the 8 of Cups to the spiritual awakening. That's what 8 of Cups is. I just made a rap with 8 of Cups. You know what it say? 8 of Cups with it, moving on up with it. Life gritty, but you had to get tough with it. God's touch, hush critics, I'm in touch with it. Childhood, double die, G.I. Joe rhythm, right? So somebody, spiritual awakening to the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups, guess what it says in the footnote? Abandonment, right? withdrawal, escapism, walking away. I cannot lie. Look, walking away. And look at what this card say. Walk away. I'm trying to tell you.
That's crazy.
You walked away from something, and you walking away from it, you had an awakening. And this awakening that you had, I don't know why I'm hearing it say it saved you. It saved your life. No lie. It's you know, I remember this song in my youth. It say 6 million ways to die, choose one, right? But when you in that energy like that, right, and you down bad and you know you can't fight, and then God give you that spiritual awakening, you move away from all of that energy, right? Like it's like you elevated and you saved your life.
Oh my gosh.
Like the enemy was trying to get you 6 million ways, right? You was trying to be ordered up. You was ordered up by the enemy, spiritual enemies. They ordered up your soul. I can see it.
Okay.
And you ate the cups with it. You moved on up with it, right? You had an abandonment of a relationship, quite possibly. You could have left a town, a city, an organization, a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a coven, whatever. But it's something that you left. You up and you got away from it. You had an awakening. And it was the Ace of Pentacles because that thing was a 10 of Wands. It was a burden. And kudos to you because when I look every 10 of Wands, guess what? On every 10 of Wands card you ever going to see in any tarot deck, that's what you always going to see on 10 of Wands. One person. Because you got to bear it yourself. You remember how Christ had to bear his cross? How did it look? See how that look? Always one person on the 10 of Wands carrying them things. So kudos to you for carrying your cross and having your spiritual awakening and moving on up with it. God bless you out here.
Okay. Now I don't know if somebody that went to go see Beyonce or something, but I just keep channeling like Destiny's Child and Beyonce over here, and I'm trying to get it out of my head. So I don't know if you went to like the Cowboy, what is it called, the Cowboy Carter tour or something like that. But I am picking that up heavy. I don't know if you've been putting your boots on the ground, hitting a fan, whatever you've been doing. I'm picking up this energy, this refreshed energy. It is crazy because this energy comes after a heartbreak. I heard it's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. Right? I don't know. That's what I heard. But I know it to be true because we got the 3 of Swords here. Okay, so there's some kind of painful situation that happened. Some kind of truth could have hit you. Some shit that was real and it hurt, right? You know, that kind of energy. But I feel like, you know, this had to happen for growth. And I know this to be true because we have the raccoon that came out for you next here. Okay, and the raccoon represents like, you know, a trickster kind of energy, mischief, you know, very clever kind of energy. So I feel like there's someone, and, you know, you found out something that was heartbreaking, you know, due to your curiosity. I don't know, something, you know, you were very curious about what was going on. And I feel like God, you know, led you, gave you guidance to see what this situation was. And it could have been something that hurt you. Okay, but divine protection is here, transformation, adaptability, guidance, and resourcefulness. So there's been a change of events here, and Spirit is saying you could be a writer, you could be needing to write. Spirit says write here. I don't know if there's someone and you're holding back on a book. Okay, I'm seeing someone could be an author here. Someone could be needing to write, you know, what is that?
8 of Pentacles in reverse.
Wow, you know, someone could, someone's holding back. Someone needs to express themselves, maybe writing here. And I know this to be true because it says, wish granted. Okay, so you could be looking at something like a loss, but it's really a wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is exactly what you need. See, God knows what's best for us, and there's someone, and you know, this painful situation that you had to go through, it was necessary for your growth. It was necessary. I don't know, someone could be really writing a book about some pain that they've gone through, transmuted, overcame. Someone needs to be getting to writing, journaling, something about that. Okay, there could be a person in the energy, and maybe you don't know how to transmute this pain. And Spirit is saying, grab you a book and write. Yeah, someone needs to get a pen here. Okay, you could be a person. You could even be like a, what do you call it, a lyricist. Okay, you could be needing to write some new songs. You know, there's a lot of people. I didn't realize how many people did music, right? I did not realize, right? But there's a lot of people in our collective, and you have, you know, you come from a musical background. Well, the music you wrote years ago is no longer relevant because you are a different person. So you could be needing to literally get out your pen and pad and write down some new expressions with your new mindset, your new way of thinking, right? Your new lifestyle. So something about that. But wish is granted here. So, you know, sometimes the things that hurt us end up becoming the things that give us everything that we need. Like it is, you know, and that's this kind of situation. You know, someone thought they were clever. Someone thought they had one up on you because they're a very mischievous, kind of tricky kind of energy. But what they didn't understand was this had to happen in order for your wishes to be granted here.
A raccoon.
The raccoon.
You had a raccoon in your
Okay. Someone could have seen a raccoon like around their dumpster or something like that. You could have had. You could have seen a raccoon that was kind of what do you call it? That had rabies, standing up, walking across the road. You know, they become very aggressive. Something about that.
And if you do have a raccoon at your property, don't ever try to deal with a raccoon. Call somebody, get some help. Right? Those things are vicious, and they do have rabies. Okay, so we have over here the Three of Wands to the let go. This Three of Wands is speaking of letting go of the past, moving into sight of the future. Right?
You said letting go of the past, and I went to go pick my next card, and it was the Four of Pentacles. Somebody's like, I don't want to let go. Somebody wants to hold on to something regardless to what.
That's right. Well, you let it go. I mean, Three of Wands to the let go is that moment when you have clarity. When you really begin to see from an elevated standpoint. The Three of Wands is a place where you levitated in your mind. Like, it's a place where you can see beyond, not necessarily the veil, but you can kind of see your ships coming in from a Three of Wands energy. You can see a better day. You can see that you need to let something go, or you have let something go. That's that kind of Three of Wands, where you begin to realize, like, if I keep thinking like this, I'm not going to be able to make it happen. If I keep going down this road, I'm not going to be able to make it happen. So you let go. Either you let go or you need to let go. Either one, right? And then you have the Judgment out here to slow down. And with this right here, I feel in my intuition, Spirit is wanting somebody to not move real fast, and it's a lot of karmic debt being paid right now. So judgment out there. When there's judgment out in the spiritual streets, we want to slow down and move with caution. Judgment is an energy that is like, all right, you remember in the Bible, it was a story in the Bible where God had cursed Pharaoh. He had cursed the whole land.
Yeah.
And he told the children of Israel, mark your doors so you don't lose your firstborn son.
Right.
Yeah, like God sent a plague that was going to wipe out the sons of Pharaoh, but it was going to wipe all the sons out. So God said, put something over your door, right? Because judgment out here in these streets, right? It's the same way right now. Like, it's judgment outside. It's judgment in the spiritual streets, so slow down, slow your roll. Like, don't go moving so fast and so willy-nilly into things. It's judgment outside, right? Let things play out. Like, for instance, somebody's calling you or could be calling you very soon, and they could be wanting your help. But the thing about it, they could be wanting you to help them out of judgment. Now you have to make a decision. Do you reach into somebody's judgment and try to help them? You're going to get burned. I'm just saying, I'm being real, like I'm giving you what Spirit is giving me. When people are under judgment, right, that's exactly where you gotta let them be at. You can't, I mean, you can pray and different things, but you cannot get into the energy of somebody's judgment or you're gonna share their fate. And that's real. And you would know. This is a discernment call. This ain't permission for you to not help anybody. This is a discernment call. If you get a call from somebody and you know they under judgment, then you need to put up boundaries, right? Because you don't want to go rushing into that judgment. That's a serious energy. You know, some angels, they bring judgment. They imagine this, pen this.
185,000 people were killed by one angel.
Imagine this. Imagine imagine somebody got beef with you, right? Or imagine you got beef with somebody, right? Or imagine you in somebody's house and they got beef, right? What's gonna happen if you in their house and they got beef?
Many men.
You gonna be right involved in the beef because you in their house, right?
Blood.
That's the same way with judgment. Like when people under judgment, you gotta put up your boundaries, your discernment. You gotta really feel it out. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to stay over here, you stay over there. And then, nevertheless, this last energy is clarifying something the high priest said. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is you holding back on your talents. Your self-mastery is in reverse. Somebody done gave up on something, right? Look, fresh start. That's what Spirit's saying. It's a fresh start needed. Pick it back up. Somebody, you got a gift. Maybe you sing, maybe you write, maybe you're a seamstress, maybe you make clothes, maybe you make food, right? Real big on the food. Somebody, you make good food, right? And you stop. Your 8 of Pentacles is in reverse. You let life come knock you off your square, right? Spirit says fresh start. If God gave you a gift, one thing about God's gifts, y'all, they come without repentance. Meaning, if God gave you the ability to do something, you can't lose it, right? You can forsake it. That's right. If you want, you can forsake it and choose to move away from it. But you can also humble yourself and move right back in your gift that God gave you, right? With a fresh start. Because it's required for somebody out here. 8 of Pentacles is in reverse. That's self-mastery in reverse. So pick back up where you left off at. I mean, somebody, you left God somewhere. Go pick God back up. You left your ancestors somewhere. Go pick them, go hear from them again. Whatever it may be, but get your energy back, right? Look. 8 of Pentacles in reverse, it says self-development. You need that. Vanity, perfectionism, greed, misdirected activity, no passion, uninspired, and no motivation. See what I'm saying? You're letting it go. So pick it back up. Fresh start.
Okay, good energy. Now, I got all kinds, Spirit is over here giving me all kinds of stuff. I'm like, slow down. Okay, so someone could be from like Trinidad, Tobago, or something like that. I don't know, you could be Caribbean, you could be someone from an island, something. I don't know, I just see like Trinidad. I seen an island. I seen, you could be Jamaican. I don't know, something tropical is here. Okay, you could definitely be a person that's 420 friendly. I smell it. Okay, but anyway, we also have, I see something, I don't know if someone's traveling back home to the city. Someone could, I see Jamaica flag just pop up. I picked you up. Okay, I picked it up. I smelt you here.
Picked you up right now.
Okay, I was like, this island energy is here. Very strong energy too. Someone could definitely be driving back home to a city or something like that. Or I don't know if if you are protecting yourself on a deeper level this time. I see protection around a city or something like that. But I see someone driving to the city as well. So I don't know, you could be driving back home to your hometown, to your city, driving towards the city today. It's Saturday. Maybe you live in a country apart and maybe you're driving in town. I don't know, I just see something about like a lot of traffic. And I just see like someone grabbing the wheel. You could be needing to travel here as well. Okay, but we got the Four of Pentacles here. We have roots of stability, the seahorse, and persistence. Okay, I like this energy. I feel like with the Four of Pentacles here, there's someone and you're holding on to your roots. Okay, like it could be you, Jamaica, right? I don't know. I picked up like real strong roots. There could be someone you could live in the States, but you could still practice what comes from your roots, right? You could be a person that you are very traditional when it comes to where you're from and what you represent. Kudos to you. Okay, but the Four of Pentacles, I feel like there's someone, and you could be really holding on to your finances as well. There's someone you could really be learning that you don't have to buy everything that you see. Some of these things that we buy, we don't even need. A simple life is okay, right? There's someone learning this here. I don't know, y'all. I'm learning. Like, I was just sitting here earlier, and I was thinking about today in between our work. How I want to throw a lot of things away, and I've thrown a lot of things away, right? But I was like, I want to throw away a lot of things or give away a lot more things because I'm really feeling like, the less things I have, the more free I am, the more available I am. I don't know, something about that. There could be someone and you could have to literally pick up to travel. Like, there could be an emergency situation that comes up, or, there could be someone you could have applied for a job. There could be someone you could have applied to be a stewardess on the airline. You could work for the airline. Delta. Someone may need to apply for Delta. Delta could be hiring. I don't know. I just heard Delta Airlines, but something about that. Someone, you could literally be in the energy of having to get up and travel, go, move. God is moving people around to make them available for the positions that need to be filled, okay? So don't be scared. Like, that's what I'm hearing right now. Now, we have roots of stability. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can blossom. And I love this because, again, you have the roots of stability to the Four of Pentacles. There's someone and you are making sure that you're holding on to your stability. I feel like there could have been a time where you could have been homeless. There could have been a time where things were just short. There could have been a time where you had to go around asking for things that it made you very uncomfortable, because we all know that when we need true help, there's not a lot of people around. Let's just be honest, okay? No matter how many times you have done something for a person, no, it does not matter. When it's time for help to be available to us, a lot of times it's just not there, And I feel like, whoever you are, you're being more responsible, especially with your funds. You could have been very loose with your money. You could have been a person that, I'm seeing someone, and every time you went to the bar, you were the one, all the drinks were on you. I'm seeing a person that, you went a lot of places and you didn't check that bank account while you were out. And when you got home, you were surprised. I've been there. Ooh, child. You ever been that person, all drinks on me? I'm like, yeah, woo! Right? Get home, it's $2.36. And I'm like, boy, what am I about to do? Couldn't find none of those women that I went out with, So, yeah, something about that. I feel like, you're being more financially responsible. And it makes sense because, in order to, let me go back. God gives us abundance so that we can use it to fulfill the purpose, right? And if you are a person that does not know how to manage money, then sometimes God will hold it back from you because you have to also be responsible even with your funds. Like, God gave it to you and you are managing his bank, right? It's that deep. I know someone's like, what? No, I'm about to go buy this new belt. I'm about to go buy these new sneakers. But it's so real what I'm saying that, we have to be so responsible that we understand that the abundance is so that we can go and help Sister Joe when, her rent is due and she has 5 children and the church won't help her because they don't have any funds, and social service won't help her because they don't have any funds. So, we're learning to, when God gives us abundance, right, because it's coming in for a lot of people, to make sure that you hold on to these things to be able to help in the right places, okay? And I know this to be true because we have the seahorse here. The seahorse talks all about connections, right? You got the seahorse. Talks all about connections, magic, prosperity, groundedness. There's someone, you can have a very unique appearance, right? You could be starting to really,
Big on a unique appearance.
you could be starting to love yourself. Like, you can have some very unique features, like myself, right? You can have some little quirky things about you. You can have some flaws that were really making you feel like you couldn't move forward, you couldn't show your face, you couldn't come outside. And guess what? That is over with. It's like, we are embracing who we are, every flaw in every individual unique detail about ourselves. Now, also, I feel like with the seahorse here, partnerships. Like, Spirit just wants to keep reminding us these partnerships that we are, creating. And then fantasy. I feel like, there's someone, and, maybe you haven't been dreaming enough lately, you were a person that you could see things one time. You were a vivid visionary, I'm hearing visionary. There's someone where you used to be able to see like the bright picture, you used to be able to see like, I can see myself here, and someone stole your dreams away or something like that. And Spirit is saying you better get them back. Okay? Persistence is here. Okay, there's no time, no space to give up right now. Allow your imagination to run wild, as long as it's healthy, right? We're all about taking healthy risk, right? Think about how many times we took in risks that were unhealthy. Why not take healthy risks, like, putting yourself in positions to be better, right?
I don't know. I just heard, "Oh, how the mighty have fallen." I just heard that, right? And that's an old Bible scripture. "Oh, how the mighty have fallen," right? So I feel like it's time to get back to it.
Okay.
Like, it's a lot of get back to it energy out here. Like, too many people laying down.
Flipping and reverse it.
Too many people giving up. And this ain't about a gift that going live. And this is about in life. Like, being a better version of you in life. Rising above the things that hold you down in life, whatever they may be. Limited belief systems, lack of belief in yourself, generational curses, all of that stuff. All right, check this out. We got a King of Pentacles out here. It's being clarified about resolution. So this is somebody's masculine. If you're a feminine, this could be you in masculine energy. This is a man, though. This is a man, a spirited, masculine spirited 3-card spread. The King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. The resolution to the King of Pentacles is a person, they know how to get it done. They know how to figure things out. They very effective at getting things done, right? King of Pentacles to the resolution, big problem solver. This is a person that they phone always gonna ring because they always got the answer to a problem some type of way. And this is that masculine energy. This King of Pentacles I like, right, is an energy that's adorned. So this person has experience, right? If it was a man, they probably definitely like to wear like soft bottom shoes, that kind of energy. This is not somebody that run around all day with J's on. It's not that kind of energy that we talking about. This is a grown masculine energy.
That's Pappy.
King of Pentacles. Yeah,
that's Pappy. That's Pappy.
This could be Pappy Petey Wheat Stroke, right? We just gonna call him Papa Petey Wheat Strokes, right? He moving the loafers. That's what kind of energy that. Look at this King of Pentacles.
Okay.
Right?
That's Ready Daddy.
Resolution. And this energy also moves without a lot of regret. 5 of Cups in reverse to expand your horizons. It's a big problem solver, and it's a person that is probably a stickler for business and business transactions and getting things done. It's definitely a head over heart energy. 5 of Cups in reverse, yeah, somebody that's definitely like they don't have a lot of regrets. As maybe a person that has come to realize I'm moving forward in life. I'm figuring things out. I'm not letting the past hold me up. King of Pentacles to the resolution. Expand your horizons. Five of Cups in reverse. And the Five of Swords in reverse to the Sword card. See? Sword to the Five of Swords in reverse. So that's like a person that's above confusion and chaos, above gossip, somebody that's above gossip and all of that, right? Soaring. You're being asked to stop them in your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. So yeah, coming on out the shadows for one thing. You ain't gonna get much done hiding, right? Make yourself known. Even when you on these networks, right? Come in, drop a comment or two. Let somebody know you here. Let spirit know that you present, right? Don't be a spiritual charlatan. You know what a spiritual charlatan is? It's a person that steals information, right? They don't go get information for themselves. You understand me? So let's not be that way. But continue to move in this King of Pentacles to the resolution and be a problem solver. Somebody that gets it done. Somebody that makes it happen. And most importantly, somebody that's not going to let. And I want you, if this is you and this is resonating, please remain in this energy if you don't remain in no other energy. Remain being a person that don't let people come and bring stuff from your past, hold you up. Stay in that energy. Because the past is left in the past for a reason. The only people that's going to try to bring up your past is a person that's trying to be an enemy, a person that's going to slow down your progress, right? So when they bring it up, let it be exactly what it is, your past.
Okay. I got the Ace of Cups over here. Choose wisely, purification, and the Shark. So I don't know. There's like, I feel, you've made a good choice. And it could be bringing in like emotional fulfillment here in some kind of way. It could have been just choosing yourself, because with the Shark, we got survival, determination, strength, guidance, and courage here. So it could have just been because, you have chose yourself. So choosing yourself, it really gives you emotional fulfillment here. There could be someone, and you could be finding yourself like crying lately, but it could be joys of happiness, tears of happiness. There could be someone like you could find yourself literally crying because life is good now. You don't have to cry because you're going through something bad. It's like you can cry because things are actually working out for you right now. Imagine being able to cry because things are working out after years of crying because, you were stuck, you were stagnant. It felt like things weren't moving, it felt like your prayers weren't being answered. Well, that's different now. There could be also someone, I don't know if you're going to like some kind of water park today, or if you plan on lamping around in the pool, something like that. If you go to like some kind of lake or something, I don't know, I just seen something about like some lily pads or something like that. But courage, okay? We also got purification here. Make sure you drink a lot of water today. Keep yourself hydrated, okay? Then we also have the left side, the side of creativity. You see on the Ace of Cups, you notice that divinity is handing something off on the side, on the left side. The left side, goodness, y'all, I can't get it out. The left side represents creativity, So you could be needing to be creative today, right? Find something to tap into your creativeness, right? Your creativity. I feel like Spirit is handing you the cup, right? To drink, right? To stay hydrated, to stay replenished. Something about that. I feel like even whatever you do that makes you emotionally happy here could definitely, I don't know, I feel like it's something healing, okay? Something therapeutic. You could be making something with your hands for people that are healing or something. I don't know what this is, but I like this energy. It says choose wisely. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning as answers reveal your destined journey. So remain open to learning. I like this. I just told him, I was like, I am the student this week. And I am like, I feel like I have been the student this week. And, that's what Spirit is saying, choose wisely. Sometimes the teacher is, teaching, and sometimes the teacher is learning. So choose wisely. Remain in the energy of being emotionally fulfilled. I feel like there's someone, choosing yourself. That was the key. Like, I feel like, you could have gone outside of yourself many times looking for, emotional fulfillment. And, each time that you went outside of yourself, you were never fulfilled, right? And now there's something about you being emotionally fulfilled from going within, right? Okay, there could definitely be someone having a baby, okay? Someone could be bringing in a beautiful baby boy is what I'm hearing to the world, okay? I just heard the name Sean, something like that. But yeah, someone could be giving birth to a masculine energy. A king is what I'm hearing, okay? A young king, okay? Someone could have initials W or M. Your name could be William or Mary or, I don't know, WMMW. Something about that. But purification is here as well. Okay? You could be you could have done a spiritual cleansing. Okay? But be careful. Remember, we only do those when we're really ready to detach from things. Because I'm seeing someone, choose wisely. Someone definitely did some kind of spiritual detachment. Cord cutting, cleansing, something like that, energy cleaning, okay? This is a lot of good energy.
It's definitely, look at that.
There could be like a new relationship on the verge as well here.
Somebody definitely did some type of spiritual cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to advise you, okay, when you do spiritual cleanses, you have to refrain from what you cleanse away from. Like if you cleansing from a specific thing, like a person, definitely heavy on a person, don't go back to the person. If you cleanse from a person, stay away from the person. Because you can getting a cleanse and then moving back towards the person is almost effectively like not getting a cleanse at all.
Oh, you had a baby 5 weeks ago. Congrats, a healthy baby boy. I felt the energy. Oh. Kudos to you, sis. Okay. I don't even know where that came from.
Okay, y'all, so we got definitely trigger warning right here. Slight trigger warning. I got the 3 of Cups in reverse to the pay attention. So this may not resonate with everybody, but for somebody, pay attention to what's going on, right? This could be in business relationships or either a personal relationship. But the 3 of Cups in reverse, it screams of a third-party involvement or third-party activity, right? Or this could also just be a negative celebration of you when you're not around, right? And it's just something to pay attention to, all right? Just giving you the message as it comes out. You got a Knight of Wands energy out here being clarified by grounding. When I first saw this Knight of Wands, you know what I got immediately when I saw it? Spirit Guide card. So this could be an energy. It could be a person that you could be familiar with. This could actually be an ancestor, the transition that's with you in a certain type of way, keeping you grounded.
Sagittarius.
Big Sagittarius energy. You're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head. And it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling this brings to you. So I believe that's advice for somebody's spirit team. Good advice to go outside and ground yourself. Last but not least, you got the Empress in reverse being clarified by let it go.
I say you gotta let it go.
You know?
Just another love TKO.
This Empress in reverse, I'm feeling like it could be a person, but I'm also thinking like this could be some type of entity attachment or spiritual attachment that you might lean to. Something, it could be a way of thinking. It says creative block, selfish, impatient, codependent, inaction, lack of focus, indecisive, overwhelm, anxiety, infidelity. So if this is somebody in your energetic field, definitely let that go. Easier said than done, I know. And I'm sorry about that. But the truth of the matter is, Spirit is telling somebody to pay attention to a 3 of Cups in reverse in your energy. Let it go.
Okay, so I got my last little spread right here. Okay, I think this is good for me to end right here because there's literally a person, and I don't know if the ancestors came and grabbed you by your neck, your coat collar, and was like, "Come on, let's go. You getting out of here." I don't know if it was God Himself, or I don't know if you had to drag your own damn self. However it went, there's a situation that Spirit was like, "You have to move forward here." Okay, 6 of Swords is here. We're moving on to calmer waters, new situations, and I feel like it's because we got the gopher here. Okay, there was a situation where someone was backing out of their commitments. Okay, this is about the gopher is like he does damage to trees by feeding on the roots. So there could have been someone literally in your life that was trying to damage you by feeding on your roots. Hello. See, they ain't want to get on the surface. They know, dark people, they understand. That's why, a dark person, they don't care nothing about looks. You'll be like, why this person with this person, right? It's all about manipulation, okay? See, a dark person understands that, forget what's on the surface. I need to get down to the roots because, if I don't get to the roots, then the plant will continue to grow. So, something about that, okay? Something about, you had an energy that was around you that wanted to be vindictive, this is a rodent energy. So we already know rodents are like, nobody really wants rodent energy around. So I don't know, there was someone that felt like they could undermine others that were around you. And I feel like your spirit team was like, no, they got to go. Okay? Something about that, but it's crazy because some of you guys, I don't know if you've already gotten out of these relationships or if you're working your way out of them, but some of you guys are literally leaving one relationship, and I hate to tell you, you're going right into twin flame unions. You're going from, abuse, you're going from neglect, you're going from a lack of love straight into a twin flame connection. Now, it may take time, okay? It's a slow climb. You are getting there one steady step at a time with a little bit of effort. So you're moving into new things very slowly, but they're happening immediately, if that makes sense, right? So it's like, you better be ready. Hey, you better be ready. Hey, stand for something, fall for nothing, we gon' be alright. Hey, stand for something, fall for nothing, we gon' be alright. Hey, yeah. And that was your message. Hey, accept or reject it. Hey, but keep your spirit protected. Hey, and that was the message. Look, we love you guys so much. We thank you guys for joining us, okay? This was your morning message, your morning coffee, okay? That we do every morning for you guys. So if you love this and you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on, these every morning sessions that we hold. Look, we do have personal readings available this weekend. So if you're open, you want to do a live session with us, inbox us, okay? All of our sessions are free. We do ask for a spiritual donation for our time because guess what? Time is money. Let's be real, right? Okay? So if you are interested in that, you know how to get at us. We got your custom crowns available, all of your burns. We just got a lot going on here at Elemental Beings. So if you're interested in getting with us, you know what to do. If you would like to contribute to our channel to help our page grow, All of our information is on the page if you want to reach out to us. Okay, we thank you guys so much for all of your support, all of your love, all of your donations, all of your energy, and we'll be back this afternoon about 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with another live for you guys. Hey, hey, and thank you for joining. Hey, hey, and good morning. Hey, hey. Thank you for joining. Hey, hey, another good morning. We love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us.